Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I am your host, Papa Dank, and it is 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I got a very special guest coming up. Before that, at 9 o'clock, I will have my tribute along with MCW from Osceola, Arkansas, for No Pity Smitty, who passed away yesterday unexpectedly. And we're going to be doing a tribute show to him, and they're going to talk about all the great times they had together, and we're going to remember his life. So stay tuned for that at 9 o'clock. But for now, let's go into my very special guest. I'm very excited to have on the one and only Bobby Babay. What's going on?
What's up, Papa Dink? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too again. It's been about a couple of weeks since our VPW, since I saw you.
Oh, absolutely. Me and Absolute Alvin, we crushed the competition. Evil Kip and Bad Brad Benson. That was super fun.
I'm going to show you a picture because he looks very happy in the background as I'm talking to Valentina, who wasn't too happy because she lost her title, courtesy of Salem over there.
What a picture.
Look at Alvin in the background.
My guy is chilling, he seems like he knows what's up.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why he's like that. Just a lot of people might not have picked up on it, but while I was talking to Valentina, he was fixing his singlet from his ass, and then he noticed that we were filming. He's like, "Oh shit!"
I've had moments like that. The cameras are always watching.
They're always watching, so you got to be careful. I love Alvin though. That's my brother Alvin. All right, let's talk about some events you got coming up.
Absolutely.
We got this coming up. This fatal four-way with Matt Awesome, Hunter Tarka, and Jared Diaz and yourself.
Yes, sir. United by One is a super promotion filled with some of the best promotions in the New York and Connecticut area. We are wrestling. We got Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which I am the world champion. You see that beautiful title on my shoulders there. We got Coliseum Pro Wrestling. We got it's a bunch, PAPW, all these places. And then on the next day, I'm at Pro Wrestling R. Round 3, it's the 2nd year anniversary show. I'm in a Lucky 7 Scramble. The winner gets to punch their ticket to any championship opportunity whenever they want. And I'm looking to get another title on my shoulders as well.
Becoming a belt collector.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've been synonymous with world championships ever since I became the Monster Factory champion. And that's like my stomping grounds. Is where I'm from. I broke the record, the longest reigning Monster Factory champion of all time. And ever since then, my name's been synonymous with world championships. I just want to get them everywhere.
That's right. Just collect them all, man.
Absolutely.
Now, you come from the world famous Monster Factory, straight out of that hit Apple TV show coming up.
Yes,
what were your thoughts? I didn't get a chance to watch it because I didn't get, I don't have Apple TV, even though I have Apple products. I gotta get it because it's on my list to watch. Tell me what it was like as you being a student there. What was that like for you to see your school being featured like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it came at the perfect time. I've been training there since 2018, and I so happened to be the Monster Factory champion when they came to us with the idea of doing a reality show. And ever since then my mentality was don't do anything to screw this up because I'm the face of the school, and all eyes are definitely going to be on me. I was blessed to be able to go through filming for almost a year, you know what I mean? Wow. And for the most part, like all new experiences, me being a young kid from the struggle, you know what I'm saying? I never really envisioned myself getting to be part of a reality TV series, especially not so early in my career. Like I always, knew I was destined for something, but I didn't know that it would be like that, you know what I mean? And, I got to grow and develop in front of everybody. It was such an experience, one that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. It's like unlike anything else,
Awesome. How many episodes was the show, and who else is featured in it besides yourself?
Yeah, there's 6 episodes, each about a little bit over a half an hour long. They feature, myself, Goldie, Notorious Mimi, who you've also seen at VPW.
Yes.
Gabby Ortiz, Uh,
You know,
there's Yeah, and there's Lucas Twitch the Sangro. He's another Monster Factory standout. All of us, just showcasing us all. We're the five features of the show.
awesome.
Hmm.
I have to get subscribed to Apple TV because I need to watch this.
Hey, you get a free trial. You get a free trial. Just watch them all, and then, you know, cancel your subscription before they charge you.
I just bought myself a new Apple TV box. I wanted the latest model, and I think I'm supposed to get it free right now.
Oh, nice. Go ahead. Sign in right now. After
Let's
you
sign
watch
in.
it, I wanna review. I wanna review that.
Okay, all right. We could do that. We could do that. We can go back and review it at another time.
Absolutely.
Hello, Tina. Titan Kids, you're the future. Anyone want to sponsor Tina? That is not the place to ask.
If you're talking about the kids camp at the factory, please come on down. It's so fun. I've been a part of the majority of them. Every year we do it every summer. They're awesome. We get the kids trained up. They do almost everything we do, and at the end of the kids camp, they end up getting to wrestle a match against, one of the Monster Factory like students, superstars, whatever you want to call it.
Awesome.
Such a fun way to give back. Not only like I wish we had that type of stuff when I was a kid. You know.
Yeah.
We have those.
Good.
I was gonna say we have kids that are almost training full time. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just like us, right along us. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and
Awesome.
Saturdays. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, Titan Championship Wrestling has their own. That's what she's talking about. Titan Kids, where they go into like communities and try to get other kids to learn more about wrestling and what that company does for them. So
That's
something
so
similar to
awesome.
what you guys are doing. It's awesome. Like keep spreading the word of wrestling because wrestling is awesome. You don't get the experiences that you do at a huge like event like a WWE or an AEW. You're up close and personal with all the wrestlers that you see, and it's such a different experience, man.
Yes, and I love how widespread it is now. Like when I was younger, I used to be not like a little kid, but I used to be afraid of the fact or displaying the fact that I was a big wrestling fan. So after a certain age, then it gets kind of hokey, to the general public. But I'm so glad that it's a widespread thing now. I'm glad that everyone everyone is inclusive nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like everywhere you find wrestling. You can see it at the park. You can see it, at festivals. We just did taco festivals in three different states uh 2 months
Awesome.
ago. You know what I'm saying? It's so cool.
It's very awesome, man. And me for myself growing up, I just knew WWE. I didn't even know that this was a thing.
Right.
So once you spread the word and people find out and they go to an actual show, they're like, man, this is great. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of people say, hey, I didn't know this was going on. And then they go to a show and they're like, yo, this is awesome. There's nothing quite that experience, Bobby.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about some. Well, we know where you train. You train at Monster Factory. Who are some of your trainers there?
Yeah, when I started, it was Danny Cage, obviously the head coach. He's the owner of the factory. When I started, Damian Priest of the Judgment Day, he was
Oh
still
wow,
there. Yeah, it's really cool. Like I've been blessed pretty much. Please come on down, Tina. We're
Tina, come on
always
down.
open to see him. Please come on down. But I've been blessed. I've been blessed to be under such an elite learning tree. Like when I first started, like I said, Damian Priest was there for my first year training. Right after that, Ricky Reyes, he was
I,
there for years. You know
I
what I
know
mean?
Ricky.
He's
He
so awesome.
is
I
awesome.
I owe all my intensity to him. I got to wrestle him a couple times super early in my career. Really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
him.
on a side note, with Ricky, he also trained a lot of the VPW guys that you know of, like Eric James and VSK,
So I've heard.
and
So I've
even the
heard.
commissioner, Kevin Fulton.
Kevin Fulton, we had a conversation about it. Not the first time I wrestled at VPW. And it was funny. We were talking outside basically about how the match went and, what he thought of it and all that stuff. And then, he was saying, you train at the Monster Factory, and he's talking about Ricky Reyes. And I was like, yeah, he trained me for the first year. Actually, 2 years ago today, my first heavyweight title defense was against Ricky Reyes.
Oh wow.
It was really, really cool to kind of like a cool full circle moment. But
That's
Ricky
awesome.
Reyes, I owe a lot of like what I have in the ring now to him. And I can't leave out Missy Sampson because she's there every Tuesday making sure everything is good. She's like my mom. She's like a second mom to
Awesome.
me. Yeah.
So, how did you fall in love with professional wrestling?
This is an easy question. I mean, like when I was younger, I used to be scared of everything, scared of getting hurt, scared of talking to people, all that type of stuff. And, you know, one of the few things that I guess not having comment, but a few things I've seen a lot of boys in school talking about was wrestling. So I went to watch it for one time, maybe so I could have something to talk about with them.
Hmm.
And it was interesting how like you had these characters like Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels. They were getting beat down like all the time, by these humongous people like Mark Henry, the Great Khali was trashing Rey Mysterio every week, but he like never had fear in him. You know what I'm saying? He just was this larger than life courageous guy, and I wanted that. You know what I mean? I wanted to be like them so bad to not be scared of everything. So it
Okay.
kind of drew me in from the beginning, and I've had so many different like interests growing up, whether it be different sports, music, all that type of stuff. But wrestling was the one thing that drew me in, and I've never strayed away from it.
Okay. We got a comment for you from Wes. Hey, Bobby. Kyle and Wes say hi. Much love to you, Hurley Jones.
Wes, one of my favorite fans of all time. Wes and Kyle, I give you guys my huge hello. I love you guys. What's
Thank you
up?
guys for tuning in. Tuning in. All right. Now let's talk about your first match, the first professional match you had with anybody. What were your thoughts during that match? Who was your opponent, obviously, and how was the crowd reaction?
My first match, I remember distinctly. I remember a lot, and then I also remember a little bit at the same time. Like remember nothing. It was May 25th, 2019. I faced another student at the school, Jafar. He's really awesome. Um, but the one thing that is interesting, I have no idea how the crowd was. I don't remember how the crowd was because I was so focused on not messing up
Uh
that I tuned everything else out.
huh. All right.
um, like
I
like
can
it
see
was
that
like
happening.
yeah, those tunnel vision moments when it's just like, oh, okay, so what's next? What's next? What's next? I
Uh-huh.
don't remember anything about how the crowd was. I was super scared. I always have stage fright, even now. Doesn't matter what, if it's a big stage or a small stage. If I'm right up until I'm about to go out of the curtain, I'm
Right.
like super, super nervous. But once I go out of the curtain and I interact with the fans, no pun intended. I know I'm Bobby Buffet, but I pretty much feed off the energy the crowd gives me. You know what I mean? And it
No
goes
pun
from there.
intended.
No pun intended.
All right, let's go into an opponent you want to wrestle that you haven't wrestled yet and why. And it can be more than one if you want.
Oh my god! I just made a list like two
Did
days
you
ago.
really?
I just made a list 2 days ago, and
Nice.
I want to post it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter for the wrestling gods to pick it up, and maybe let's get some fantasy matches in here. But I'm gonna look
Okay.
at the list real quick and see if there's one name
Okay.
that stands out. There's a lot of good names on this list. There's so many good names. I would
All
say one person that I really, really want to face, and since he's at VPW, I'll put this out also.
right.
Big
Okay.
Boofa, Desmond Cole.
The
Really
big
cool guy.
boofa.
Big Boofa. He's a really cool guy.
He
You know
really
what I'm
is.
saying? Really great dude, but he's also super, super awesome in the ring. And,
Really.
you know, I think we'd clash like very well together. I think our styles would blend super beautiful. I think we put on a crazy banger. Um, a lot of people haven't really got to see all the cool stuff Bobby Buffet can do, and I think Big Buffa will make me rise to that like occasion. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
I mean, he needs new challenges. How many more times can he beat Percy?
Exactly. Like how many more times can he punch that stupid face, Percy?
that jawline. Come on. All right, we got Wes's comment. Would love to see you, Bobby versus Darius Carter.
Absolutely. That's a match that's like years in the making. He's so awesome. You can't take away. the skill set of Darius Carter. He's a ring general for a reason. You know, he's been head of the charts everywhere you see PWI. I was blessed to be on that list this year as well. Freaking the Black Wrestling
Congratulations.
500. Thank you. He's been everywhere, done everything. He's kind of the status quo when it comes to indie wrestlers. I would love to test my metal against him. You know what I'm saying? But I think I could definitely rise to that occasion. I think that's a plate worth eating, definitely.
Okay, all right. Now, when Damian Priest was at Monster Factory, did he give me any good advice?
Yeah, one of the best things, the one of the absolute best things that he said to me when I started, I was 19 years old, so I was super young, and you know, like I kind of felt like I had all the time in the world. Um, and like one of the things he said was just don't be him, don't be like him, think he had all the time in the world,
Okay.
because if he was training at the Moss Factory for I think like something like 10 years
Right.
before he got his big break. And I don't want to be someone who's wrestling on the indies for 10 years. I don't think my body can handle it. But, you know, it's basically just, don't waste time. You know what I mean? And ever since that moment, like when I really sat there and introspect, time moves so fast. You know what I mean? And every time every time that I'm out in the ring, every time I'm at training, every day, every moment is an opportunity, and I don't want to let any opportunity go to waste.
Okay. Now, let's talk about opportunity for a moment. What match do you want to be in that you haven't been in yet?
Oh, there's so
Who,
many.
who's going to give you that opportunity?
I've been super protected. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always wanted to have a tables match. For some reason, I just like I think I do really well. Obviously, no one's put me through a table. But I've always wanted to have hardcore matches of some sort, like maybe like a ladder match. I've always wanted to do a ladder match. I've always wanted to do tables. Really, the only type of extreme I ever got to do was get hit by chairs. Those get boring after a while. Um, but yeah, I would love to do that type of stuff.
Okay, all right, all right.
Mhm.
Any chance we could see you, try to challenge the leading man, Jack Tomlinson, for the VPW championship?
Oh my God, such a pretty belt. I don't think he'd stand a chance against me. You know what I'm saying? Once I get acclimated with the whole VPW roster, I think it'll be a matter of time before I go through the appetizers. And Jack Tomlinson's definitely in that full course menu I'm looking for.
Okay, I mean
Yeah.
he's gonna bring his little squad with him with to
Hey, it doesn't matter. That means more for me. You know what I'm saying? More for me to eat.
beast mode.
Feast mode. Right, feast mode my way right to the VPW championship. I'd love that.
I could see you in the main event there, hundred
Oh,
percent.
definitely. Definitely.
You're a
He's
main
talented though.
event guy. You know what I'm saying?
I try to be, Definitely try to be.
All right, let's talk about and goals and ambitions you have for next year for 2024.
Oh yeah. You know, it's interesting talking about like goals and stuff. I think a lot of stuff this year that I got to do has been pretty organic. You know what I mean? Like when we were filming this show, I didn't really know it was going to come before it happened. And, one of the big things that I wanted fans, people who watched it, to take away from when they see it was that, like, I kind of never let off the gas pedal. Um, like, when we were filming that show, I broke the record for the Monster Factory Championship, but I was like 330 pounds, right?
Mhm.
By the end of filming, like when it came out, I'm 285. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
wow.
So that's a big drop in weight. I just wanted to, keep working hard. I want to be on TV. I don't think I've ever been on like a national TV broadcast.
Okay.
um, I got to wrestle internationally this year for the
Oh, wow.
first time. I got to do all types of crazy stuff. I made like 10 different debuts this year. You know what I mean? I got to wrestle Max Caster. And all this stuff is organic. So I have no idea what 2024 has in store, but I just know I want to keep working until I get to where I want to be.
Okay. All right. Now, if you had to choose a major promotion, which one would you choose to go to that would best fit you and your style?
Right now, I've been really feeling TNA. I know it was Impact, but they're changing back to TNA. I've
Right.
always thought that style was like perfect for me in this moment. But I'm not gonna lie, my goal has always been WWE. So like, I'd love to grow in Impact. I'd love to grow in TNA and, you know, test my metal against people like that. And there's people who, I know there and I've been comfortable there. I got to do extra work there a couple times.
Awesome.
It's a super good environment. The people are awesome there. But everyone's goal is definitely WWE for the most part. And
Okay.
I'd love to be there.
Maybe Bobby Buffet in the Judgment Day.
Who I don't know. Dude. The Judgment Day is a little slimy. They're a little too slimy for my taste.
Yeah, Dominic
I
is
could
kind of slimy.
I could see Bobby Buffet dismantling the bloodline. How about
Oh,
that?
wow.
I could see Bobby Buffet being the one to end Roman Reigns' legendary title run.
Wow.
Mm, a man
That's
can
good.
dream.
Big ambitions. That's good. Nothing wrong with big ambitions, man. Nothing
Absolutely.
wrong with that at all. All right. So, what does Bobby Buffet like to do when he's out of wrestling? What are some of your hobbies you like to do? Some of the foods you like to eat, stuff like that.
Oh, I like all the foods. One of my favorite thing
Me
is
too.
going like I get to travel a lot, blessed because of this job. One of the things I like to do is to go to places that you don't see all the time. Like there's McDonald's, there's Burger Kings everywhere,
Yeah.
but I like to see what the local towns have and what kind of what makes the town. You know what I'm saying? And what better way to do that through the food? I like to explore a lot. I like to spend time with my friends and family. I'm a big gamer, if you can't tell by these headphones. um, and stuff like that. I like to make music. Just I'm a kind of creative person. It just kind of flows everywhere.
Awesome. Any collecting? You collect anything?
Oh, bro. Okay, so look, I collect sneakers, right?
Okay.
I
Me
collect
too.
I collect figures. I used to collect wrestling figures like when I was a kid, and that kind of slowed down a little bit, but I've been really into collecting like anime figures nowadays. So like I'm a big Dragon Ball Z guy. I'm a big Assassination Classroom guy. You know what I'm saying? That's one that hardcore anime fans will know. Really good show. I'm a big Death Note guy. I like to collect those type of figures, and I'm moving into my own house next week, so I'm gonna have a big
Oh wow.
display case worth of figures. I can't wait to do.
Okay. Any Funko Pops? Because I'm a big Funko guy.
I have not collected a Funko Pop yet, no, but I've
Really?
always been into it. I've seen like so much hype around them, and I tend to kind of stray away from the hype. But I mean, it's never a no. It's never a never.
Dude, my advice: don't do it. Once you get into, you can't stop.
That's the thing.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at
money
them;
is
they're all
definitely the
around me.
big thing.
My son wants me to get rid of them because they're all around.
No, don't get rid of them. You can't. You can't.
I just, you know what it was? I just started collecting everything, and you got to focus on one line if you're gonna collect Funkos. Like
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
huge into the WWE line, and I got some really good, like rare ones now, but they get pricey, man.
Oh, trust me, I know. When I used to work at Target, and I remember like people would come in and they would go crazy about Funko Pops.
Oh,
Like
it's
people
crazy. They
would be
go
almost ready to fight me.
they go crazy for the figs too, man.
Yes, absolutely.
I have people coming in looking for all the like WWE, AEW figs nowadays.
Yeah,
If you had to pick a fig that's out now, which one would it be that you would want?
a WWE one. Let's
Yeah,
see. I think a really cool one. My favorite wrestler right now is Seth Rollins. The
Seth.
like the modern day with the blonde streaks. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Flamboyant outfits. He's a drip god. He's a drip god right now, and he's killing it. Absolutely killing it. I would definitely love to have one. Can I pick more than one?
Sure, sure.
Like I'd love to have my trainer as a fig.
Okay,
Damian Priest. Why not? That'd be like a
absolutely.
real good. I have like the regular figure, but like to have like a Funko Pop, that'd be really cool.
They haven't made one yet for him. I'm
one
waiting.
day, one
I'm
day they
waiting.
will. One
They
day.
just made Rhea not too long ago,
That's awesome. She's been
so
killing it.
she has been killing
She's
it.
been really killing it. Yeah.
Hopefully, one day there'll be a Bobby Buffet one.
Hey, time will tell. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Damien too, man. I'm like, dude, when are they gonna release these things, these Funkos, man? Because they haven't even done like they just released Jimmy and Jay Uso. They haven't done a Sami Zayn. They haven't done a Dominic. They haven't done a Damien. There's a lot of people that are leaving off the table,
I know. That's
and then
money.
they
That's
just
money.
that's money, man. They're reissuing the same ones, like another Roman type. How many more Romans can I have? And actually, I'm waiting because they haven't done a Seth in a while, like the new version of Seth.
Hmm.
They have the older Shield version of him out. So I'm waiting for them to make a newer version. You know what I'm saying?
When they do, I bet the internet is gonna break.
I
I
know.
guarantee it.
I'm waiting for, and I haven't seen anything like in the works. I saw some cool ones that are coming out soon, but nothing like Seth or Sammy or anything like that.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens with those. I think soon it has to. There's no way like we won't get it.
Absolutely, 100% agree. All right, let's jump back into wrestling. What are your thoughts on well, you said you went international already, right?
Hmm.
So what are your thoughts going to maybe like a different part of the world? Any part
Yeah,
that you pick?
I'd love to. I mean, there's so many places still that I've never been. You know what I mean? Like I got to wrestle in Canada this year. This is the international part. I was in talks with someone about going to wrestle in the UK. Hopefully that happens. We'll put that in the universe, and hopefully that follows through one day. I'd love to wrestle on the West Coast. Never even got to do that yet.
Okay.
I'd
All
like to
right.
wrestle in the South. Never got to do that. I'd like to wrestle in Japan. I want a Ribera's Steakhouse jacket. I want to earn one.
Okay. All
And what
right.
better way to do that than to tear it up, go feast mode in Japan?
I heard
Mhm.
Japan's really awesome to go wrestle at. A
Oh
lot of
man,
people love it there.
most of
Masha,
my friends have wrestled there, and
yeah.
yeah, they
Masha
all have.
Slamovich, she was there for a couple of years. She wasn't coming back for a while.
Yeah, and look at how awesome she is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
she's doing
So
great. A former VPW Women's Champion, just so you know.
really,
Yes,
oh, that's freaking
she
awesome. I didn't know
it's
that.
she actually just posted a picture of her with the title. She's wearing like some green outfit. It was like a Halloween picture of a current one, and then from back then, I'm like, oh shit, there's the VPW title.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. A long time ago. All right, last thoughts, Bobby. What do you think is going to happen in the future as far as Bobby Buffet? Any new promotions that we're going to see you at?
Oh, absolutely. I've been killing it lately with the promotions, but I'm open to go anywhere and everywhere. Feast mode is universal, baby, and I'm down to go everywhere. I want to go to Beyond. Like I've been at Beyond for Wrestling Open and stuff, but I want to get on the bigger Beyond shows. You know what I'm saying? Soon, hopefully, I can get into Limitless soon. Hopefully, I can get into GC Dub soon.
Those are
There's
big
a lot
ones.
of there's a lot of really cool ones that I'd like to see. I'd like to see myself at Deadlock. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see myself at the biggest places because the biggest guy has to be on the biggest stage. It just makes sense. And
All
I'm
right,
so down.
that's awesome, man. I'm so excited to see where your career goes, man. I'm gonna check out Monster Factory, and we'll have you back on, and we'll discuss it.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so coming up for you next is let me turn off the banners. Is United by One. You got a fatal four way coming up.
Yes, sir. At United We Stand is the show's called. Um like I was saying, it's a super promotion. There's 5 promotions all together to create this one charity event. We're doing it
Awesome.
for there's a girl who has type 1 diabetes. She's only like 13 years old.
Oh wow.
Um, but, it's a big charity event. We're going to stand together. I get to do a fatal 4-way match with people I've never been in a ring before. Jared Diaz, this is like 2 years in the making. Um, I get that
Jared
beautiful.
Diaz.
He's the man. He's the
He's the
man.
man. He is the
But
man.
I get to represent blood, sweat, and tears with that beautiful belt that I have on my shoulders there.
That is a beautiful, but that's I've never seen a belt like that.
Oh yeah, I just won it September 15th at their Mega Clash, the biggest show of the year. And I want to show everyone in Connecticut. It's a Connecticut promotion. I want
Uh-huh.
to show everyone why blood, sweat, and tears put that title on me. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's gonna know why Bobby Buffet's World Championship material.
All right, let's get that QR code. Make sure you get your tickets if you're in the area to go see this Fatal 4-Way coming up. All right, next
Absolutely.
up for you is Pro Wrestling R.
Yes, sir. It's the
The day
second
after.
anniversary show. This is also one of the biggest shows of the year. This is in Gloucester City, New Jersey, my neck of the woods. I'm in the Lucky Seven Scramble. The winner gets a championship opportunity whenever they want. And all these people are looking like appetizers. Look at my face. I'm so hungry. I'm ready to chew these men up.
I'm just looking at your shirt, man. Reheat, defeat, repeat. Is that what it says?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eat,
I
eat,
love it.
eat. You know me. That's what I came to do.
I love it. Make sure you go to prowrestlingr.ticketleap.com to get your tickets for this event in New Jersey. Don't want to miss that event as well.
It'll be awesome.
It will be awesome. And then we got Turkey Slam on November 18th.
Turkey Slam, another
Monster
biggest show. Yes, sir. Monster Factory's biggest show of the year. Turkey Slam, let's be honest. You know Bobby Buffet is coming to get a plate. Come on. It just spells itself out. You know what I'm saying?
Come get your plate. Come see Bobby wrestle at Monster Factory, the world famous Monster Factory.
World famous Monster Factory, November 18th, 4 p.m. There's going to be a big Turkey Slam Rumble. There's going to be a 5-on-5 like Survivor Series style match. You know what I'm saying? Blood feuds come to a head. I can't wait.
Gobble. All right, Bobby, where can everybody follow you before I go into my appearances next?
Absolutely. I'm everywhere at Bobby Buffet MFPW except Instagram because someone wanted to hack me. Someone wanted to impersonate me. On Instagram, I am real Bobby Buffet. But everywhere else, Bobby Buffet MFPW, you can find everything there. I have a link tree. You can find tickets. You can find merchandise. You can find videos to my matches. You can find the Talk is Jericho podcast I did. You can find everything Bobby Buffet in one stop.
I love it. I want that shirt, man.
Oh, definitely. That shirt is awesome.
When you're at VPW, bring a couple with you.
I'll get you one. Definitely.
Also, for me, coming up next is my next vlog interaction. Now, I don't know if you know, I film this stuff, Bobby, at all the shows I go to.
I've seen a couple of the vlog stuff from VPW, but I didn't know you do it other places.
I do, and I was at New Evolution Wrestling.
Nice.
And this vlog is called Queen's Coming. I'm standing, since you talked about earlier, the Bloodline. There's a member of the Bloodline right there, Chris Angels. He is an actual member of the Samoan family.
Yes, sir.
I got a chance to talk to him and Bobby C. And I don't know what he's wearing on his head, man. But that blog is coming out soon. And obviously my current blog is out now from VPW, where I'm talking to Valentina, and she's not happy. She had a little interruption from another member of Monster Factory.
Oh, yeah. The Unforgiven Salem cost Valentina her championship.
She talks to the belt.
Yeah. I see Valentina's not happy. But I know that feud isn't over. I know if there's one thing I know about Salem, she's still coming for that title.
Absolutely. And coming up for also on November 11th with myself out here in Long Island is the big event where I will be hanging out with a couple of people, actually. But the first one that I'm going to introduce is the one and only Brittany Brooks.
Oh, awesome.
She is going to be hanging out with me at my two tables up now. I got so many people with me now. Brittany Brooks will be there with me, as well as from Puerto Rico, Nahia Robles.
Oh, she's cool too. I met her at the one VPW show. Yes.
She goes Ronkonkoma. The way she says it is great. I love it. And also, Bobby, Anastasia Morningstar.
Oh, yes, she's awesome too. It's been a long time. I haven't seen her in a while. I see her usually at Massachusetts for the Beyond Wrestling Open. She's a great person as well. Speedy recovery to her. I don't know if she's still dealing with
she's still dealing with it.
The injury she had. I hope she recovers very soon.
She's still dealing with it, but she will be hanging out with me at Big Event.
Awesome.
She is a friend of mine. So
where's that gonna be?
Well, I'm coming up to it next. As soon as I can find the graphic, it's here somewhere. Because there's a lot of people going to be there, Bobby.
Yeah, it sounds big.
There it is. It is in Brentwood. Rhea Ripley. We want to talk about
nice.
About Damien's group right there, right?
Kevin
Rhea Ripley will
Nash.
be there.
Wow,
Kevin
wow,
Nash,
wow. The
Dennis
belt mix.
Rodman,
Whew.
Honky Tonk, Mandy Sachs from NXT, Trish
Michael
Stratus,
Bisping.
the,
Stan
the, Gar-
Fairtex, she's awesome.
the Garcia twins,
Wow.
and more. Anna Jay is going to be there. Ruby Soho. That's a lot of this place. This place is going to have a lot.
That's gonna be
Going to have
lit,
a lot
yeah.
of traffic. Yeah. And then after that, everybody's going to come down to VPW for Insanity, as there will be a triple threat match as the new VPW Women's Champion, the Multi Tatiana, takes on Nahir Robles and the center of attention herself, Brittany Brooks. This is going to be a huge
Nice.
match, man.
I know that match is gonna be one for the books, and I know, like you said, Monster Factory's always watching. I know the Unforgiven Salem will have her eyes on whoever wins that matchup.
Should be what Tatiana already said tonight on an earlier podcast with me that she wants to fight her and give her the opportunity.
Oh, I'm sure it'll happen one way or another.
Absolutely, it's definitely going to happen. But first, this Saturday night, I will be at Mountain Olympus for Titan Championship Wrestling. So make sure you use that QR code to get your tickets for that. We got a 30-man Royal Rumble there with Gangone is there, Anthony Gangone, Joey Conway,
man.
If you know who Joey Conway is.
I do know who Joey Conway is. He has a very pretty title, and I really want that title. Wrestling is now. Joey Conway. Just
I was going to bring that up.
The all
Wrestling is now.
It's always watching.
The next show is December 2nd. New York wins as the SATs will confront the End alongside Skills the Great.
You know what? December 2nd, I have nothing going on. Maybe Bobby Buffet will get a closer look at Joey Conway and that title.
Maybe. But before that, come to Mount Olympus this Saturday to come see us all. We'll all be hanging out at Titan's next event as PJ Savage will be defending his championships.
PJ
Savage. You know PJ, right?
Oh, yeah. We go way back. He's the man. He's the man. Someone who also, it's been a long time coming. Me and him should definitely get in the ring and tear it up one time.
That's my co-host right there.
He's a really cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Love PJ. That's my brother. But anyway, after Insanity, come down to VPW. You're in Long Island. It's 10 minutes away from Brentwood. Bray Shore. Insanity. Sin Bodhi's going to be there from Impact.
Yeah.
The Rat Bastards.
Formerly WWE's Kazarni.
That's right.
Definitely. This is going to be a good show.
Huge. It's going to be standing room only, Bob.
I wish it was on a different day. I wish I could be there. I wish I could split myself in half.
But you cannot.
I can't.
Because you got to keep chasing gold wherever the opportunity is. And the opportunity is elsewhere for you. And that's okay, because you will be back to VPW.
I will definitely be back.
And I'm excited for you to come back so I can see you again and say hello.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, make sure you follow Bobby Buffet. I will be back at 9 o'clock as I am doing a tribute with MCW from Osceola, Arkansas, for No Pity Smitty, who passed away yesterday unexpectedly. Please come back and stay tuned for that very special episode with my MCW family.
God bless.
God bless him. Everybody, have a good night. Bobby, stay on.